Hello my dreamers, it's Sky here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. So today we are going to be wrapping up 2023. We're going to be going through all of the new supplies, coloring books, works in progress, and finished pages of last year. So I am super excited for that. I have my YouTube bullet journal here. I started tracking the channel sometime around the end of 2022, and I enjoyed doing it so much that I tracked all of 2023 as well. It's more so just for fun. I don't really care about the analytics of the channel that much. I do find it interesting to see though, and it's always nice to kind of see what videos do better than others, and sometimes you guys surprise me. Sometimes videos that I don't think are going to do well do really well, and then it's kind of like the opposite. So it's interesting to see, and then it's also just fun to do. So if you guys want a flip of this, just let me know. I definitely have no problem kind of showing you the background of the channel per se. I probably would have to blur out a little bit of information, mostly like the YouTube channel members and stuff. Just kind of like, I feel like that's kind of personal to them. So I wouldn't show that per se, but you know, like YouTube revenue, views, watch time, all that stuff. If you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. All of my months are themed, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so I've tracked like the supplies that we had and like have added, and like the coloring books and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be kind of reading off of. That way I know where we've left off with these recaps. So we're going to start off with the supplies. Let me just flip to that in my book here. All right, so the first supply was actually added technically in 2022. So this was given to me by Rain for Christmas, and I didn't include it in the 2022 recap, so I'm just going to include it in this one. So this is the Root Finer 50 Macaron Colors. I'm probably saying this wrong. I don't exactly know how to pronounce that. So yeah, 50 absolutely gorgeous colors. They're pretty much pastels for the most part. I guess some maybe you would class as neons, but I would say mostly pastels, really muted tones. They are so beautiful. I've only colored one page with them, but so far I think they are amazing. They lay down super smoothly. The colors match the core of the pencil so well. I definitely have no complaints whatsoever. I haven't found a pencil case that I like for them so far that isn't like too much. Like I think the lowest pencil case I've seen was like for 72 pencils, and that just seems like a waste to me. So far they're just kind of living in the box, but I definitely love them and highly recommend them. They're just absolutely beautiful. They seem so expensive, but they're not. They're not too bad. They're just absolutely gorgeous pencils. Alright, so next up to the channel, I added the 8-pack of the Sakura Pigma Micron Fine Liners, and I got a couple coloring books that I wanted to use these in. You'll see the coloring books a little bit later. So I grabbed these. Kind of dual purpose though. Also, my fine liners that I use for Inktober are drying up a little bit, or just starting to, so these will probably eventually replace them. So it comes with 8 different sizes. One is a brush pen, and then there's also like a super small one. They seem to work really great. I've only used them a handful of times, so I'm not sure exactly how much I like them, but they seem to do the job so far, and I am definitely excited to play around with them next year, or this year I guess, for Inktober. Next, after that, I was enabled by one of my admins in the Hannah Lynn group. So my admin Megan was absolutely raving about these pencils. I can't remember if she compared them to the Prismas or the Polychromos, but she said that they were one of the best budget pencils that she has ever owned. So of course I decided to buy the set as well, and I don't remember if I've colored a page with them or not. I think I might have finished one of my works in progresses with them, but I can't for the life of me remember. It's very possible that I haven't used them at all yet, because I didn't do really any extra coloring aside from the channel, and I try to keep the brands of pencils that we're using for the channel a little bit more generic, so that way it's all inclusive for people that might have those brands. I'll definitely put up a poll to see if anybody has these ones, or see how many of you do, because they were definitely one of the cheaper brands, and they were extremely they were extremely popular for quite a while there. So These are the Arctic pencils, and this is the case I got for them. It kind of matches my desk, which I love. So their largest set, or the only set, I can't really remember, comes with 126 pencils, or at least it did at the time. I don't know if it's changed since. You have so many different color options. The pencils are just built so beautifully. The pencils themselves kind of remind me of the polychromos because they've got those kind of rounded ends that are colored or like covered over. Beautiful silver writing. Just absolutely beautiful. Don't mind Miss Lilo, she's just coughing in the background there. I think the only thing that I don't like about the barrels here, I'll grab one that's a little bit darker so we can see better. So on this side, they have the color, and then on this side, they just have the Arctic's colored pencils. I do really like the star design they have here with the barcode. I feel like they should have had the star design go all the way down, have the barcode at the very end, and then have this moved up a little bit with the color name at the bottom, because I would like to store them like this in the pencil case, but then you can't see what the color is. So it's a little bit unfortunate. You have to choose between having the brand name showing or having the color showing. And obviously we're going to go for the color, which isn't too bad because like I said, it's got that gorgeous star design, but that just seemed a little bit strange to me, and it bothers me just a little bit, but not enough that it really irritates me. So there's tons of color options. They are absolutely gorgeous, and if I haven't used these already, I'm definitely excited to. And the last supply I added to the channel was the Sakura Pigma Sensei manga drawing set. This is eight pieces. There's only 7 actual pens, and then there's 1 mechanical pencil. I got the 0.6mm pen with a art subscription box. It was probably Scrawler box. I stuck with that one for a while, but anyways, I used that pen in a lot of my Inktober pieces within the last year and possibly the year before. I can't quite remember when I got it, but I love that pen so much. The opacity of the black was just super gorgeous. It wasn't like grayed out or like blued out at all. It looks like pure black. It dries super quick, and it just is, it feels super nice to use. I don't really know how to describe it, but anyways, I decided to look into getting a set of them, and I wish I had done so sooner because these are actually really cheap. Definitely, hands down, these are my favorite so far. I think I even prefer these over the microns, but like I said, I haven't used the microns enough to really say that for sure, but highly recommend these if you're looking for cheap but good fine liner. Even though these were technically bought for Inktober, I'm still going to include them in the supplies for the channel because I definitely already have used them for coloring books, and I definitely will in the future. So, all right, so next up we're going to go through added coloring books to the channel. So the first one I got, again, this was in 2022. This was a coloring book that Rain gave me alongside those pencils. So this is Cute Mandalas by Apsi Sumanasiri. Probably saying that wrong too. This book is absolutely adorable. So it's called Cute Mandalas. And the pages in here are just so cute. I want to color every single one of these. They are super whimsical, super adorable. I just love them. Yeah, super cute. Absolutely adore this. It's got these little flaps, which is kind of nice because if you wanted to like bookmark a page, you kind of can. So I do really like that. She's got like her information here. The intro to it is just absolutely gorgeous. I love just the vibe from this book. It is so cute. And then there's like hidden objects on each page. She's got the answers in the back. Oh my god, look at these otters. Just adorable. Highly recommend this book. Okay, so in January, I grabbed a copy of Selena Fenwick's Fadorable Minis. I love pocket-sized books. You guys know me. I like something that is a little bit less overwhelming, and a pocket-sized book definitely fits a little bit better with my chaotic lifestyle. I never really know when I'm going to have spare time to do things, so being able to just sit down and actually color a page in a short amount of time helps me feel productive. So definitely lean towards smaller books. This one is a little bit like more detailed than I would like for like such small sizes. Like the details are pretty intricate, which I do still find a little bit intimidating, but the pictures are just so whimsical and cute. I don't think I've colored anything in this yet, but I definitely would love to. I'll have to set aside some time to do that. But yeah, super cute. And I also love the finish on this book. It's kind of like a matte finish, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with that feel. So also in January, Hannah released her Fierce and Fancy Fantasy Faces. So this book is a compilation of line art and grayscale. Each page has a line art version and a grayscale version. Apologies if the camera shakes, as Miko just jumped up on the desk. So I was trying to hold out for the pocket-sized version of this. However, I think there was like a month between the release of the full-size version and the pocket-sized version, and I'm impatient, so I just couldn't wait. So I did grab the full-size version. So these are what some of the pictures look like. Absolutely gorgeous. So you've got the line art version, grayscale version, absolutely gorgeous. The girls in here are just super beautiful. Way more on the simple side, which I love. Like even, like there's no backgrounds. I don't think there's backgrounds in any of these, which I actually love because you don't have like all of that extra space to color. You can just focus on the main part. Backgrounds are definitely nice to have sometimes, but it's also nice to have some that don't have any. So I feel like this is a less intimidating book. So definitely had to grab that. You guys know me and my Hannah Lynn books. I just have to have them. So next in February, I grabbed Coloring Heaven's Legends of Japan book out of Walmart. I like to look at what magazines they have sometimes, and if I really like it, then I'll get it. Last year, or I shouldn't say last year, I guess, because that's 2023. In 2022, I actually bought one of Maud Lemoyne's, probably saying her name wrong too. I grabbed one of her Coloring Heaven books as well. The whole book had all of her pages in it, and I actually paid a pretty penny to buy it off of the Coloring Heaven website and have it shipped to me. I loved it so much. So when I seen this in Walmart, I definitely could not pass it up. Her style, again, is just absolutely gorgeous. Hello. Just beautiful. I don't know what it is. It's I think it's just like the soft grayscale vibe from it, the extra details. I don't know, it just speaks to me. Even if I don't color these, I love to flip through them. I definitely need to color them though. They're so beautiful. If there's any duplicates between this one and the other one, then I'm more inclined to color it, because if I mess it up, then I have a second try. So yeah, definitely had to grab that one. Also in February, Hannah had finally released the pocket-sized version of her Fierce and Fancy Fantasy Faces book, so of course I had to grab that as well. I don't really know if I'll keep the full-size version. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something. I'll have to think about that and see. It depends on how much the shipping would be, but yeah, I'll definitely keep the pocket-sized version, but I feel like having duplicates of books with the amount of time I have is just wasteful, and somebody else might enjoy it, so kind of leaning towards that, but we'll see how it goes. Can I help you? All right, we got a cat butt. Whoa, is that you? I'm gonna have to look back on the footage. I think she just growled, but I don't think I've ever heard her growl before. Huh. Okay, anyways. So in March, a new coloring fad hit, and I can't remember the lady's video I watched where she was playing around with these books, but I was instantly obsessed, and I bought 3 of them because I wanted to do a video for you guys, and then I just never did find the extra time. It kind of got put on the back burner, and then I totally even forgot that I had these books. So this is reverse coloring. So basically in these books, you have this gorgeous kind of color here without lines, and you have to go in and put the lines. And you can do this however you want. You could go in and literally outline every single thing if you wanted to, or just pick out different pieces to outline, or you could do your own doodles over top of the outlines. I guess they're not outlines, but over top of the, I don't know what you'd call this, but like I could just like do like big hearts here and like draw like little lines and doodles and just have this as kind of like a background for them kind of thing. So it is definitely open to whoever's doing it. They can interpret it however they want, color it however they want. I did actually go ahead and film the video. So I got 3 of these books, and in the video I did a page from each of them. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're interested. The pages in these are just absolutely gorgeous. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the process of it. I'd have to say this one is my favorite. So this is the reverse coloring book by, this one didn't really have a, it doesn't have like the, I don't know if you'd call it an artist, but this one's by Jane Austen. And this one's probably my favorite. And then next, this is the one by Kendra Norton. I do believe that this is the artist who originally started this trend, but I could be wrong. Her name was just absolutely everywhere in all of the videos that I watched, so I do feel like she is the original, if not one of the originals anyways. So she's got tons of different ones. The difference between her book and this one's more like landscapes, flowers, like you can kind of tell a little bit more what the image is meant to be, I guess, or not so much meant to be, because again, interpretation. But this one sometimes has just like these weird little doodly things, which you definitely have to interpret however you want. It's not any known thing. You just have to make something out of it. So her book is a little bit more open for creativity, I think. It's probably my second favorite. And then this one is The 4 Elements by Zena Kroizik. And I love this one. So it's got fire, water, earth, and air. So this is the water, more water. This is fire. This would be air, and then earth. So just tons of stuff like that. Just these gorgeous, just all over the page. I love it. I found this super, super relaxing. I'm super excited to get that video out for you guys. So yeah, like I said, definitely keep an eye out for that. Alright, and the last book I added to the channel was the Disney Princesses Colorages. I don't know. This is French, so it's the Disney Princess book. Like color by number, I guess, by the Hatchet Heroes. So I remember these used to be like a big thing a while ago, and I always wanted one, but they're super, super expensive, and I just never could justify spending that much money on it. Hey, it'd be nice. But I don't know, I kind of watched a video where somebody else did some, and then I kind of got back onto thinking about getting one. So I looked through a bunch of them, looked through a bunch of flip throughs, and then found the one that I figured that I would like the most. I love princesses, so that was a no-brainer. It was just a which princess one to get. And with the YouTube revenue, I'm usually always in the negatives, which basically means that I spend a lot of my own money on the channel as well as the channel's money on the channel. So at one point, we actually had a positive fund where I had like, I want to say like $70 from the channel to spend. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to use the money to get this because I think it would be super fun to maybe do this in a video or maybe on a live stream if I can ever get my shit together one day. So yeah, we're in the negatives again, but it's worth it. So worth it. This book is gorgeous. So you can't really tell what's what. It gives you like a little bit of like a color combination down here. But yeah, I thought this would be super fun. Some of them I feel like it's easy to tell who they are, and some I just have no idea. Yeah, there's tons. There's, how many is in here anyways? I'm gonna guess 100. 100 pages? Yeah, this book, I don't know how much it would retail for normally, and I can't remember, oops, sorry, I can't remember exactly how much I spent on it, but I can actually look here because I track this stuff. Let me see. Oh yeah, French coloring book. Okay, so no, it actually wasn't that bad. It was about $50, not $70. But yeah, just because it ships from France, I think. I waited a while for this one. But I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah, I think to finish off this part, let's go through some of the whips. I'm not going to do all of them. We'll do some of the works in progresses and then the completed pages in the next part of this. But let's do the works in progresses that are still works in progresses from 2022. All right, we're going to try to work around the cat. All right, so still a work in progress from 2022. We have the cute and spooky coloring book from Jade Summer, and I still have not finished this zombie page. I'll definitely have to sit for some mindless coloring and finish this because it won't take me too long. I originally was just testing out markers on the book, or markers in general, I'm not sure, but I definitely want to finish this. The pages in this book are just super cute. But yeah, definitely a marker book because it is printed by Amazon, unfortunately, which means crappy paper. Also, we still have our Mechasaurus girl from Marty Joe's Fantasy Coloring. So not a whole lot left on this one either, just kind of need to set aside the time and get it done. I do believe we started this on video, so I will probably record the finished process and have like a series of finishing my whips kind of thing. So anything that I started recording or have footage from, I'll probably do that just to give us like bonus videos, and that's if I can ever find the time. So still have her. I still have this one from Camilla de Erica's Pop Manga Mermaids. So the plan is to match the colors to this page to kind of make them a little bit similar or like reminiscent of each other. This is another one. This was going to be a color along, but I ended up not really liking how the background turned out. Watercolors in this book just creates this really weird texture, like it eats the paper and gives this like really strange dotted texture, which isn't always appealing. And I just, at the time, I really didn't like how that looked. So we went for a different page, which turned out amazing, but I would still like to finish this one. And since I do have the process filmed, it'll again probably be like a speed color of like finishing whips or something. So yeah, still have that one. In Johanna Basford's Worlds of Wonder, I still have this page. So this was kind of like a mindless one that I was just kind of practicing playing around with the polychromos on, and I definitely want to finish this. So maybe this is the year that it will get finished. In Johanna Basford's World of Flowers, I still have this page here, but I have made progress on it. So again, this gets asked a lot every time I show this page. People want the tutorial for it, so I will try to remember to link it down in the description. However, I believe I am now at the part where there is no more videos for it, and I didn't realize that when I started this. She never finished this. She did post the finished page to her Instagram. However, there is no other video to finish this. I'm pretty sure I've watched all of it, so I think here, or at least close to here, maybe there's a little bit left, but there is no more following along. It's all up to me now, and that's kind of where I've stopped. I have made like a few changes already, I think, from what she did, so I kind of more so changed some of my colors, and then followed her technique and instructions and like maybe not instructions because I don't think there's sound, but how she layers, and like I just kind of follow along, but with the colors that I want to use. So this might look a little bit different than hers, but yeah, I'm gonna have to finish this eventually. I love how it looks so far, and I'm afraid that when I go solo, it's just gonna be a mess. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so this is Georgie Woolridge Birds, and I still have my Hummingbird as a work in progress. Still need to finish this one. Not really a lot to say about it. I just am indecisive about what colors to do the Hummingbird and just lack the motivation to get it done. So maybe this year, we'll see. And then last but not least, out of the works in progresses that are still from 2022, I have my Bluebird from Enchanted Forest. This is technically done, however, I do feel like it's unfinished because it needs a background, but I'm too scared to add one. So it might be a forever work in progress that I just never deem finished. We'll see how it goes. I'm just kind of afraid of ruining it, so yeah. All right, but that's gonna be it for part 1. So hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. Hopefully you are interested to see part 2, which will be out eventually. I'm not really sure. I'm a little bit delayed on recording these videos, so I have no idea when they're gonna be going live, but definitely keep an eye out. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified for when it comes out. And other than that, I'm gonna leave it here and hopefully I'll see you next time. All right, guys, as always, take care. Bye.